Hey guys, it's Matt here. It is Friday, June 19th. Let's wrap this week up here. Um, Gross green day, net probably slightly red day with commissions. So that's kind of where I'm at right now though, because of the small share size I'm trading. The commissions are like a large part of, like a large percentage of my trade. Um, whatever you want to call it, the possible amount I can make in a trade. I mean, um, and that's okay. That's just I needed to get back to consistency, so I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm basically breaking even or slightly red, even on when I have a decent day. Um, that's just where I'm at with the small account, and that's the nature of it. So, but let's start off. So the first trade I took was on BYFC, and it's mostly because UONE was pretty high price in the morning. We can look back here. Just zoom out a little. It was up around $50, which is a little high for what I'm used to, and it was kind of whipping around pretty good. The other one that I was watching was COHN. That's the one I actually wanted to take a trade on, but I saw this pullback here on BYFC and thought it looked good. In hindsight, again, yeah, this just wasn't moving like those other ones do. I don't think the float was accurate on FinViz for this one. Uh, I looked on Yahoo Finance too, which they had a different float, and even that one I think might have been low. I think this is a higher float stock um, than what it was being given credit for. I know it is. It has to be just by the way the orders were going through and how many orders were stacked and the volume and the way it was moving. If it was a lower float stock, it'd been moving a lot faster than this. So anyway, either way, I saw this. I saw a pullback here and thought it was going to have momentum to go higher. Um, this is in the first minute here, so uh, it had tapped this pivot level, which I don't know that was. I probably drew that after this. So anyway, it popped up, it pulled back. I thought I was getting a good entry here at the 550 area. It dropped past that. I fired another entry here at 503, right around the 5. And it popped for a second and then rolled over. Um, Fired one more time here down at 450. And so then here's where I made the mistake. This is kind of funny. Uh, back in Thinkorswim, I was hitting, join the bid, join the ask, whatever the buttons were in Thinkorswim, right? Which were, sort of analogous to these buttons here. Um, And so each time, I would set a share size, and then each time I would hit either one of the buttons, that's what I would be doing, right? Um, and I would just hit it, if I had 150 shares and this was set to 50, like this, but I had 150 shares and I wanted to get all out of it, I would usually just hit the button 3 times, or sometimes I would change the share size, whatever. Most of the time, I would just be jockeying back and forth with a set share size. So that's the mindset I had here, which is stupid because that's not how my hotkeys work at all, right? I have hotkeys for like enter with 50 shares, enter with 100 shares, and then I have hotkeys for sell half and sell full. That's all I want right now because I don't want to overcomplicate things. Except this morning, when I was hitting the sell button here, I was thinking about it like I was back in Thinkorswim, which in Thinkorswim I would have had, bought 50 here, bought 50 here, bought 50 here, and then I would have been selling 50 here, right? Which would have been great. I would have taken this little chop out of it. I probably would have sold 50 more up here, maybe rebought again, sold another. Basically, I was trying to kind of recycle some things and get out of this, at least break even. Um, to the point where so I hit the sell button here, and I saw it get filled. So basically I was treating this as like a separate trade, right? Like in at 52, out at 69. Okay, we took a little bit of profit there, and I'll chop away at the loss I'm still holding from these two, was my mental thought. And then as it popped up here, I went to sell some more, and it was like, no, fuck you, you can't do that. I was like, why not? not realizing, and it was at that point that it dawned on me that this order was to sell my entire position, which is what that hotkey is, right? But I was just in the mindset from back in the Thinkorswim days, where like I thought I was just selling basically one of these positions, right? I thought I was just selling 50 shares in my head. It makes no sense to think that, but that's just where I was. So that was a little frustrating because I think I could have wiggled out of that position a little bit better. I ended up taking like a $55 loss on that, and yeah, I think I could have wiggled out of that better. So I was a little pissed off at myself because I could have even just sold half here, right, and then maybe half up here, or bought 50 more and then sold the whole thing up here or something like that. But I just wasn't thinking correctly. I just was thinking when I hit that button, it was only going to sell 50 shares, and that was just a holdover from the small Thinkorswim account. So anyway, whatever. I'll stop babbling about that. It was both instantly frustrating and annoying at the same time. So actually, let's see. I got out of that at 9:41. And 5 minutes later, I was taking this trade on COHN. And so this was just a nice little, it had paused here, gotten halted at 9:41. It resumed at 9:46. And when it dropped here, I got a nice bottom entry there at 1850. It got halted again right there. But I liked it. And then upon resume, it popped right up. And I got out here at 1930. So is that right? 1850? 1930? Yeah, that's a nice trade. Yeah, that was good. So that was up $40, which is good. It didn't completely clear me from the loss I took on BYFD, but BYFC rather. It's interesting. That's a better trade than I was giving it credit for. Anyway, let's go back to UONE because then I took a few trades on that, I believe. Let me anyway, yeah, these are just the only two. So two little scalps and both successful. So got this pullback, kind of dip to the VWAP here. Got in at 46.50 and got out at 46.79. So very little scalp there. And glad I did though. I just took the little bounce and because it rolled over and cracked VWAP there. And then another little bounce here from 44.50 to 44.96. And then there were a couple that I didn't get filled on throughout the day here and there, but not going to go over those individually. So I ended up being up 37.50 on UONE at the end of the day. So yeah, realized I'm up $22, but again, that's with 10 tickets, so that's going to be about $30 in commissions. So I might end up being pretty close to break even there just because I'll probably get a little bit of a rebate from the ECN fees that'll offset some of the other fees, and then really it's $2.95 a trade, right? So with 10 tickets, that's $29.50. So I'll be down $6-7, something like that. Anyway, so it's actually a pretty good day. I'm not overly upset with that. I haven't put it in Trader View yet, so I'm not even going to pull that up. But yeah, I'm okay with this. I went 2 for 3, or actually 3 for 4, I guess. So yeah, I think we're good. today was kind of bummer. It didn't, it looked like there was going to be hella action going on, and it was kind of lame. Kind of lame. I kept coming back actually because I was able to keep an eye on things more than I normally am. Usually I have to kind of shut down my computer and kind of break down my whole system here right now. Uh, some stuff due to COVID, but today that on Fridays that's not typical. I can leave my system up and running, and yeah, it's kind of lame. I was hoping to come back from taking the dog for a walk or something and see some action worth trading, but I just didn't see anything. That stuff at the end of the day, I wasn't real excited about it. I was waiting for something to either make a basically I was waiting for one of these things to make a high of day break and really get some insane volume coming in, but didn't happen. Anyway, let's go into the week. Pretty happy, weekend rather. Pretty happy, and see you again on Monday.